Hello, everyone. This is an episode with really a good, solid, breaking piece of news here. It is so good, I can't tell you how good it is. In fact, this is a major turning point on these entire COVID hysteria. More than 500 doctors. These are medical licensed to practice doctors jointly wrote a letter and sent it to the president saying, these medical doctors, they say this lockdown practice is deadly. That this lockdown, this insane, hysterical lockdown practices will be killing far more Americans and inflict far more damage to Americans than any flu, any virus, including this COVID-19 coronavirus. And these doctors, these licensed medical practicing doctors, physicians, these educated doctors, send the president this letter and also listed all these cases of death and destruction caused by these insane practices, the lockdown. The suicide rate due to the depression caused by COVID-19 lockdown has gone 300 to 600% up there, and more is coming. As we know, there are those states, the insane states, that are still in this state of lockdown. Okay, so they are killing Americans. They are killing people. There are people, cancer patients, that are dying. There are those who have died, and there are more who will be dying due to this lockdown under the guise of COVID-19. There are so many people with other chronic illnesses who are not being diagnosed because they are not able to go to their dentists or doctors, okay? So that they will be alerted to the beginning of some chronic conditions. They will be dying if these states, these insane, murdering governors, state governments, continue to lock them down. As I said, folks, these are not, the letter was not sent as the left, the extreme ignorant left has been claiming that these types of claims are all coming from the hicks and the rednecks and the uneducated and the dumbs and the hillbillies. No. If you go and look at some of these doctors, their names and their last names are there. They have been graduated from the top universities in this country. They are licensed physicians, practitioners. These are the doctors who value and actually honor their Hippocratic oath. For those of you who are not familiar with Hippocratic oath, this is the oath you take when you graduate and you are given the license to practice as a physician. And you commit to certain principles in valuing life above all, above pharma profit, above commissions that come from the pharma, okay, above the partisanship, above any kind of political orientation or gender. You basically put human health and human life first, above and beyond anything else, okay? So we have had at least 500 something doctors in this country who have stood up for human life, for human health, despite the consequences they will be suffering because of the extreme ignorant left's media for what they have done and what they are doing. Bravo to them. In fact, initially, during the initial phase of this COVID-19 insane murdering hysteria, it's on record. You can go and check it on Twitter. This would be around second week in March 2020. I actually posed this question. I said, I wonder when and where we are going to see whistleblowers in troves, especially from the medical industry, especially from the physicians, from the doctors, surfacing to basically blow the whistle on this insanity and say, this is wrong. So I was asking that question, and I have been waiting. I have been waiting for these courageous doctors, scientists, whistleblowers. And guess where they came out, people? They came out in the United States of America. Now, I invite you to go and check the rest of the world, from the uber liberal educated EU, especially the United Kingdom, okay, and Germany, and also the Middle East, Africa, South America, Central America, Southeast Asia. I want you to go and start checking. You will hardly find a single doctor, a physician, who has had the courage or dignity to stand up and say what this scam is about. Here we are in the United States of America. Internally, I suspected that. Okay, this is one of several reasons we packed and we left Turkey and we came back here. We came back home. Not exactly home, because we are not in Oregon. Oregon is in Gaga land currently. They are killing, the Oregon governor currently is murdering Oregonians with this lockdown, okay? You don't believe me? You think I am a hillbilly, I'm uneducated, I'm a redneck, I'm hick, I'm not a qualified medical professional? Well, go ahead and check out this 500 plus licensed physicians, doctors, scientists saying it. So yes, these governors in those states are engaged in murder, okay? That's what they are doing. They are inflicting so much damage, including that. That's why we came here. I just want to say how proud I am of these doctors. My father was a surgeon. He was a well-known doctor. He practiced as a surgeon doctor for 35 years. He was a humanitarian activist. He went to the front lines of many wars, volunteering to serve humanity. He was one of those doctors who valued and took serious that Hippocratic oath. And if my father, if he were alive today, he died in 2000, he would be right here sitting next to me, and he would tell you, as a very well-respected doctor, a surgeon, that this is a scam, this is wrong, okay? He would have told you that, because I am my father's daughter and I know exactly what he would have said. Now, folks, the tide is turning. This is a turning point, but there's a big old capital letter but here, okay? But don't let down your guards. Don't stop. We are not there yet. We are far from it, okay? Some of these doctors, they will be retaliated against, okay? This is not finished. Even if, let's say tomorrow, okay? Even if tomorrow, these neoliberals, this far left, they say, okay, fine, we're going to go back to kind of where things were before and pretend none of this happened, because they never pay for the consequences. They are never held accountable, right? Even if that happened, which is not going to happen, we are still at least a month and a half away from that point, okay? Our job is not finished. We don't have a Congress that holds these people, these murderers, these people who have inflicted irreparable damage to our economy, mom and pop shops, businesses, okay? All the children, I don't want to even go through the list. They're not going to be held accountable by the Congress. It's not going to happen. They are not going to be held accountable by the media and shamed either, okay? CNN is not going to do that. NBC is not going to do that. You know that. They never go back and say, man, we were so despicable and we were so wrong, okay? That's not going to happen. But there are things we can do. I'm going to have a detailed episode, and that's going to be available at Patreon, to my Patreon community and Newsbud, because, hey, they are sponsoring, they are subsidizing these public videos, and I have been putting out more than the quota that I was initially thinking I was going to put out these public videos, but I'm going to talk about it in detail. But let me give you one example of what I'm going to talk about. In our country here, we have this double-edged sword. Because, why am I saying double-edged sword? Because in the past, I was known to be one of those people who said, my God, in this country, we are taking this lawsuits and the legal liability and everybody suing everybody too far. It's ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. I was one of those people. I still am to a certain degree, but let it be a double-edged sword, okay? This is when it can be a good thing, because what I would like to see is this. I would like to see all and any and every American with common sense, okay? Who has a loved one, a family member, a good friend, okay, fallen victim, dying as a result of this lockdown. I want every one of you to sue those responsible. And there are many, many, many of them. And include in this, as far as the targets goes, to bring legal lawsuit, okay, against, include the mainstream media for knowingly, intentionally misleading the people and making this happen. Without them, it wouldn't have happened. Sue those doctors who did not do their jobs, okay? Those hospitals who did not stand up for your health, for your rights, for the human rights, for your life, okay? Sue them. Sue the heck out of them. I hope to see every single mom and pop business, every single individual small business that provides job, provides tax for this company, who has suffered, who has shut down, who has gone bankrupt. I hope and I want to see every single one of you get together, engage in major class action against these murderers, okay? These enemies of liberties, these insane, gaga, dangerous front, okay? I hope I'll see you doing that. I will be doing things too, believe me. Now, I was in Turkey during the first 2.5 months in complete lockdown. Guess what? In countries like that, in third world countries, they don't have these lawsuits. They don't have these tools. Many of ours have been taken away, but they don't have any. But 4 appointments for my spouse was canceled and kept getting postponed, not on some light stuff, on some really serious matter of life and death stuff. But guess what? I can't do that because they don't have those kinds of laws. They don't have constitution, and they don't have 1/3 of population like we have here in the United States. The awake people with common sense who have been saying from the beginning, this is wrong, stop doing it. So I won't be able to do anything there for what they did to my family, okay? I won't. I'm still here, and I will do everything and anything I can to support and stand by next to every one of you who's gonna use this legal tool and go after these bastards, okay? And that's not a cuss word, okay? They are that. There are actually real words to describe these people. I'm not gonna get into it right now in this discussion, but please do it. We are not done. We have to hold them accountable. We're going to sue the heck out of them, okay? And this type of news, for example, Washington Times published this. You're not going to see it on the headline news with Washington. This was Washington Times, Washington Post, or CNN. They're not going to do that. Or it may be on the page 85B, column C. That's where they would stick it because, hey, this goes against the reality, the altered reality, the fake reality they have created for the unknowing public, for the naive, which happens to be the majority. So no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to publicize it, but you and I can. Tweet this. I send it by email and by text to at least 2,000 people in my list. I said, look, this is not one or two, over 500 physicians, doctors. Please do the same. Don't get lazy, people. Don't get relaxed. Don't think things are going to go back to where it was and we are basically there. We have a long way to go. We have a really long way to go. This is far from being over. We are not going to let go of this. I am not going to let go of this. Now, I will have more videos. This was subsidized. This video and all my other videos, everything I have done publicly, okay, in addition to the stuff I have elsewhere, by those people, those of you who have been kind and generous enough and who could and joined my Patreon and contributed 1 cent, 20 quarter, $1, $2 there, making these videos possible. The platforms like YouTube, where you see this right now, and my Twitter, Facebook, etc., they are going to be taken away. I'm just waiting. Every morning when I wake up, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go and say, hey, they took it away. In fact, every morning when I get up, I say, oh, my account hasn't been taken away yet. So that's like every day comes as a surprise. They may take that away. I have my own servers. I have my own mirror servers. I will be putting out more videos through my Patreon account, through my Newsbud. If you see this as some sort of a value, okay? If you support this, please take your time, go there. It takes only 30 seconds and contribute whatever you can, whether it's 50 cents, whether it's $5, whatever it is you can. At my Patreon account, I will provide the link and I will have more videos. I have so much to say. I have so much to say. Talk to you soon. I will be with you very, very soon. This is Sibel Edmonds from Florida, reporting for my Common Sense community.